I literally just drank a Mountain Ops right before this.
You can save it. You can save it for tomorrow.
No, I'm going to drink it.
Whatever you need to do.
And I drank coffee all morning.
So
lots of caffeine flowing through these veins right now, boy.
Dude, that is ridiculous.
I know.
Oh, man, it feels good to be back.
It does. Welcome back to the Outdoor Talk Podcast. If you're new, consider subscribing and follow us on whatever platform.
Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, whatever platform you listen to podcasts, we're on there.
Mm-hmm.
Spotify.
Podbean.
Google Play. Apple Podcasts.
What's the Apple Podcast called? Isn't it like just podcast?
It on your iPhone it just says podcast.
Okay, perfect.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, whatever else is out there. I think we're on all of them. So
pretty much every platform
YouTube?
taken care of.
Yes, sir.
YouTube's cool though.
I like YouTube.
YouTube, you can pretty much do anything on. You can go watch a video on how to make eggs right.
I know.
And I know
listen
how
to a
make
podcast on how to make eggs. So what you do is you get a pan, put a little butter in there, and then if you want to scramble them, you can scramble them in a bowl or you can scramble them in the pan.
Welcome back to our OnlyPans.
OnlyPans.
I saw that cheesy Instagram video the other day. Welcome back to my Only. I was like, get out of here, OnlyPans.
That's funny.
Yeah. She always makes these terrible references.
Since you said open pans or only pans, whatever. I fired up that Traeger last night and cooked a steak on it. First steak I've ever cooked on it.
Yeah, it's good.
Amazing.
Awesome.
It was awesome. It turned out so good, and it's just a ribeye. What I did, I put that Traeger on about 475, something like that, and I got that sucker hot.
Yeah.
I should have turned it up even hotter probably because it would have gave you more of like an outside char.
Okay.
But I did 2 minutes on one side, and then I turned it 45 degrees, and then 2 minutes, and then I flipped it, and then did 2 minutes, turned it. That way you get this perfect 45 degree, like, looks like expanded metal just laid on it.
Yeah, I got you.
You know? And it was good. So tender and so juicy. It's awesome.
Nice.
But next time I want to do it like 500 degrees or even hotter. As hot as that thing will go. I don't know how hot it goes.
Yeah.
And just sear the crap out of them. But they're really good.
Dude,
juicy?
that's awesome.
Man.
Ooh. They made me cook burgers one night for everybody.
Yeah.
And I've really never cooked burgers before. And it was kind of my first time. But I wanted to at least act like I knew what I was doing, right? So I get all these burgers on the grill and nice and placed and spaced out and whatnot. And I had a guy come over and he said, don't flip those burgers. Yeah. And I said, excuse me? And this is like, probably his dad taught him this. I don't know. This is an older man. He said, don't flip them. Don't touch them. I said, how am I supposed to cook them if I can't touch the patties?
Yeah.
He's like, flip them once then. And I was like, okay, I'll flip them once.
Yeah. When you cook burgers, you get that grill like pretty hot and you leave the lid closed. It's like an oven and it cooks the top. And then once a burger like doesn't stick, it's ready to flip.
Okay.
That's the way I cook them at least. And it works.
Yeah. He said the more you flip them, the more juice comes out.
Yeah. And the more they break apart.
Yeah.
So like depending on what type of burger you got, like how much fat's in it.
Okay.
Like a leaner meat will like crumble more and it'll dry out faster.
Okay.
So like a fattier burger, you can flip as much. It's like it makes it like a non-stick. It's greasy. You know?
Okay, I got you. That's crazy though.
Yeah, learn something new every day.
There you go, and that's what it's about.
Welcome to the Outdoor Talk / cooking, flipping burgers on the side, boys. We're killing and we're grilling.
Hey, look at this guy. Look at him, 5.0 on the stinking podcast today.
I know I've had like
the mic. I should have
a
said,
lot
sorry.
of caffeine today, and I'm gonna try not to run 90 mile an hour, sound like I'm about to sing a rap song.
Hey.
Because that's what the last podcast was like. I was like, just throw a beat in there, you know?
Sorry about that. That was a good one right there. Just throw a beat in there. Imagine Nelson just breaking out into a stinking rap. It goes viral. Then that's how we get famous. A rap off of a podcast.
Yeah, that last...
Can you imagine?
Just put a beat behind our podcast, the way I talk, 90 miles an hour, just,
hit it.
No,
like it goes into our stinking intro song again.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we'll put in there. It's an intro song.
Well, oh, boys.
So a lot, I was about to say, a lot has happened past weekend, this past week. Like, a lot of seasons are beginning and starting, birds falling, dying.
Woo.
Dude,
they're not dying around here because I ain't shot nothing. But you have. You've been slaying them.
You're prepping, though. And that's a super important part to it.
Yes, sir.
If you're not... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I put some seed in the ground.
Oh, there it is.
A little prepping.
There it is.
Prep some soil, some seed beds.
Well, let's talk about it real quick. What'd you do? Yeah. What'd you do this past weekend?
Last weekend, we got the tiller out. I'm not going to spray anymore. Like, I think spraying like before you put a food plot in, it depends on what you're doing. my opinion, we're just doing these little small food plots, so it's not like we're not feeding deer all year long. So I'm not going to go spray it and kill everything off. I'm just going to till it under. And when you till it under, you're just going to bring new seeds up from the ground anyways.
Perfect.
So you're just going to have to respray. But anyways, we tilled the ground, seed it with some little food plot mix. And hope for a rain. But we planned, there was supposed to be a rain the next day, and we didn't get it. So our seed's been sitting in the ground. But tomorrow, a rain's coming. So seed's been sitting in the ground for about a week now. Hopefully we get that rain and get it popping up for deer season.
Yeah, this big hurricane was supposed to come our way.
I know.
And unfortunately, we need it.
It's like...
We absolutely need the rain, man. We have trees dying, leaves falling. It truly feels like fall in September, and that's...
I know.
I've never really felt like that, you know?
Well, we had a super wet spring, and then early summer was pretty wet, and then it just the last month, we haven't got hardly any rain. Like a little sprinkle, a little shower here or there. Someone dry.
Someone told me the other day that in October, the month of October it tends to rain way more than any other month of the year or whatever.
Well, usually we get them cool fronts blowing in, and when a cool front comes in, it brings in that weather with it.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So I'm not a weather man. I don't know how it works. I get on my phone and say 20% chance of rain. Did you know? When it says 20 or 30% chance of rain, it's actually 20% of your county, not 20. You don't have a 20% chance. I guess you have a 20% chance, but it's over that county.
So Lamar, let's say it would be Lamar for Paris or Blossom, it'd still be Lamar.
Yeah, so that county's got a 20% chance. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true, but that's what everybody's arguing with me. It's 20% of your county, not you got a 20% chance of rain where you're at.
Let's get a comment down below.
I guess the same thing.
I'm curious. Let's see what they say about it.
But anyway.
We'll take their word for it.
But back to the food plots. Yeah, we just did a variety blend. A little bit of turnips, some peas, some wheat, some oats, some clover.
Peas. Oof.
Just a variety mix. And Keaton, actually, he went to the feed store, and they have all different seeds, and you just take a scoop and weigh it out. So you don't have to buy a wildlife blend. You can pick what you want in your own blend.
And make your own.
Exactly. So that's what we did.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And, it worked pretty good. Just waiting for that rain.
Dude, you're getting me pumped up. But before this podcast started, just to clarify a little bit, Nelson showed me this picture on his phone. I guess we don't need to say it. We don't need to tell him anymore.
Just tell him after he's dead.
Okay, and there we go.
It's kind of sounding bad, but it's a hunting podcast, so put your minds to it,
yeah,
boys.
And he is speaking some faith to this. I'm a firm believer that he's going to get the job done this season, but he did show me his future buck that he is going to take. And I can't
presented the shot.
And yes, exactly. I can't get my mind off of it.
I know. I can't either. I lay in bed all night looking at the picture. So, and that's enough of that. Okay. We'll get back to it when the time happens. But
apologize about bringing it up. But hey, listen, you were talking about seeds real quick.
Yeah. I
just found out. This is the tip of the day.
Okay.
Found out something, and a lot of people, I guess, already know about this. But I was clueless. I had no idea. I said, "There's no way that a deer would eat that."
Yeah.
He said, "You're full of crap." And I said, "Excuse me?" Yeah.
They feed it to it all the time.
Cottonseed.
Yep. I knew exactly where you're going with this because we had this conversation the other day.
Cottonseed.
And you called me out of the blue and you're like, all right, dude, I got whatever you said. And you're like, cottonseed. I was like, oh yeah, they've been feeding that forever. A lot of South Texas deer farmers down there, they feed it because it's high in protein and high in fat and stuff.
Deer eat it. It's like a drug for them. You know what I'm saying? But no, this guy, he said that, and I'm going to do it. See, when he told his buddies were clueless. They're like, no, you're a joke. I ain't going to put that out there. Those deer ain't going to touch that. He said, all right, I'm going to go put them in my feeders, and when I kill that big deer, then that's when you know.
Well, you can get the cottonseed pellets, or you can get the actual cotton seeds like fluff. And what you do is you take 2 T-posts or 3 T-posts, and you make a ring with chicken wire around them, and then you just dump it in there, and the deer will eat it through the chicken wire. Because it kind of sticks out of the chicken wire.
Scratch my tip. Put that as a tip of the day. There you go. 3, dude. That is an awesome gravity. You're building a gravity feeder.
Exactly.
Essentially.
Yeah.
That's just maybe cheaper. I don't know. I'm sure T-posts.
Cottonseed's pretty cheap. It really is, and you can buy it by the big super sacks at the feed store across the river.
Yeah. So 100 pounds maybe. Is that a super
2,000 pounds.
Oh, wow. No, you're talking
2,200
about
pounds super sack.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Super sack.
Yeah.
Your great-grandpa's son has... No, I'm just kidding.
But anyways, yeah, you just take some chicken wire and you make a little pin, and then you wrap it up, and then you just dump your cottonseed in it, because cottonseed's like a fluff. Like, think of a cotton ball.
Yeah.
You know, like a cotton, like a bowl of cotton or whatever you pick. It's like that with pretty much just the seeds. So
yeah. No,
anyways.
the reason why I laughed there, this kid after the hunt, we were next to cotton field, next to the tool pit, next to the plow, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, do you think the farmer would mind? Like, all serious, do you think the farmer would mind if I could go get me a cotton ball? I'm like, dude, yeah, go get you a cotton ball. Great, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Gets it. This kid, he's like dabbing it on his face. He's like, it's a cotton ball, you know, like all pumped up and all serious. It's like, man, it's just cotton. We're around it so much in West Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was told that, and like I said, it was mind-boggling, man.
All the county roads out west, like when they're harvesting, when they're heading to the gin back and forth, the roads, the sides of the roads are white.
It just looks like solid. It looks like trash or snow, I guess, in the ditches.
Yeah,
whatever.
It kind of does look like trash, but I mean, or snow.
Now, when you're passing it, going back home, you know, from Christmas break or whatever, and it's man, those fields when they're white like that, you can't beat that.
No,
they look awesome.
I know,
but when they get kind of fluffed up around the roads, when they're pulling it, it just looks like this
blows everywhere.
Mini tree farm out in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So no, I agree.
But anyways, that was another tip, because I was informed about. Man, it's been probably like 7 years ago. Rice bran was like the next big thing. Yep. A lot of hunters out there, they would go put it out and have success off of it. Mm-hmm. So if I find out anything, what I'd try to do is just help benefit any of my friends, help them, you know, gain the knowledge of what these other guys are doing and being successful doing it, so we can gain some success. Mm-hmm. You know. So.
Well, I've done both cottonseed and rice bran.
Okay.
The cottonseed it's almost like a protein supplement pretty much, but the rice bran is more of a fatty. Different. Yeah, and and the bucks love it. Yeah. I've seen more bucks eat rice bran than have anything else. So I don't know. We fed rice bran more than cottonseed, and I've seen the deer go prefer it more than the cottonseed. Okay. The rice bran, they'll get their nose, like you make a pile, and they'll like stick their whole face in it, like they got. You need a video. Coke all over the face or something.
Oh my! Bit in them powdered sugar donuts a little too much. You should set that camera up on it this year though, so we can get some live footage of that. That would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
And how long does it record for your new camera that you have?
I think you can go like 10, 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. Dude, I don't know.
That would be cool.
Or a minute. I don't know.
If we put like a pile of both at a location, a spot, I'll do it at my place too.
All right.
And then we can kind of test the difference to see, potentially what works best. Or we could do the T-post and then the chicken wire and throw both in there.
Yeah, well,
I think that would be sick.
The cotton, I don't know if you could do both because it's a powder and then cottonseed's like actual like fluffy stuff.
Okay.
Because it's a cotton seed, so it's got all the cotton on it.
Does it really?
Yeah.
No, I thought I strictly just. This is gonna sound dumb. We might have to cut this, but like.
Cottonseed, you thought it was just a seed?
I literally thought it was just the seed. Cottonseed, tiny.
Cottonseed is like still got the cotton all over it.
Okay.
Let me like Google a picture of it just to show you what it looks like.
I work next to a gin when I'm at bird camp.
So when you see it all over the side of the road, that's exactly what it looks like. Cottonseed.
Well, you learn something new, every day.
Yeah, and they actually have. We went to a quail hunt. Down in South Texas a couple years ago.
I remember.
And they had cottonseed feeders with their like protein feed. They had at one location they had a cottonseed feeder, a protein feeder, and a normal corn feeder, all in the little deal right there.
Dude.
With a fence around it so the hogs can't get in there.
Fully set up.
It's a big hunting ranch, and they're feeding bunch of deer. They got big breeder bucks and stuff.
I got you.
That's what it looks like. So it's like little cotton all over the seed.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, little pellets then.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah, it would probably just clog up the entire fence if you mix the two. Dude, but if that gets wet, there's no telling what it's going to do.
Well, think about cotton in a wet field or cotton in a field when it rains on it. So it's really no different. Now, I will say if you leave it if it gets in like a barrel, like a feeder or something, it gets wet, it sours and it smells terrible.
Oh, that's rough. But hey, I'm for it though. I'm going to test it out. You don't know how many pounds when you do the T-post. Keep in mind, I don't know how tall you went.
I don't know how much it holds. You could probably you can buy it in a 50-pound sack.
That's what I'll do.
So you could probably put 6 or 7 sacks in one of those deals, depending on how high you go. Like you can go the height of a T-post, or you can just go 2 or 3 foot off the ground.
Perfect. Yeah.
So either way.
Well, I mean, keep in mind we haven't had a lot of rain, so it'd probably be good to do the 200 pounds. But as soon as I do it, it'd probably rain and it'd probably all sour.
Now you can put a board on top of it, so it's like kind of like a little roof.
Look at this guy, man.
I don't know.
It's like tape an umbrella to the top of it, something crazy.
Yeah.
I'd go out there, squirrels tear it all up or whatever.
I don't know if a squirrel will eat that. It might.
Well, dude,
I don't know.
Rats are tricky because they don't really
eat everything.
Yeah, they don't really eat anything unless you haven't touched it in a couple of years and it's in like a old storage unit or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a Snapchat from Blake the other day. He works out a big ranch. Well, actually, anyways, he works out there and he's about to go plant a bunch of millet.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of millet in what do you call it? In sacks, but it's on pallets anyways.
Yeah.
There's like 6 pallets of millet. And anyways, he was going there and picking them up to put them in the no-till drill to seed. Every one of them had a hole in it. Because of rats ate
way.
Yeah, they had a hole in every one of those bags. And every time he pick it up, it just busts. And he sent me a Snapchat, and there was seed all over the ground,
everywhere.
It was bad.
Dang, that sucks.
So yeah.
But anyways, the tips, they're just so helpful, man. And be sure to try it this season. Go get you some cottonseed. I myself, I'll do it this weekend. I'll go put some out.
Try it.
I just want to see how the deer react.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we don't have too long until the season starts, but I have cameras out, and I'll go stick it up to where I want my big deer to at least come to.
Yeah, and I don't really think that the hogs are going to mess with it much. I've never heard of anybody having problems with hogs eating the cottonseed. Which is, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
maybe kind of cool.
Maybe test that out.
That might be a good thing to do. So if you put corn out, the deer and the hogs compete with it.
Yeah.
Maybe the hogs won't eat the cottonseed, and only the deer will. You never know.
Dude, let's say all you did was put out cottonseed too.
Yeah.
If it got to that point, dude, you wouldn't have any hogs on your place.
You're still gonna have hog on your place.
No, understandable, but like
we got hogs out here now behind the house.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, there's wallers all around the pond.
Okay,
They're
sign me
everywhere.
up, dude. I'd love to kill one with my bow.
They say there's 2 types of farmers.
What's that?
Hogs.
Yeah.
One that's got them and one's going to get them.
Oh man.
So I'm telling you, hogs.
That was a cheesy dad joke.
I know. My dad told me that one.
No shot. Really? That's awesome.
That's funny.
That is pretty
Okay. Let's get off this cottonseed thing.
Okay, all right, sorry.
So you went to West Texas to do a little hunting.
Yes.
And there's a bunch of cotton out there.
There is like I said, we were hunting it in a field, at a plot next to a field of cotton.
Yeah. But what'd y'all do? Y'all did a little dove, little teal action?
Man, so I went to bird camp this weekend thinking all I was going to do was guide dove hunts. And keep in mind, dove hunts are, incredible, especially when you got the birds down there, and it is the fly zone. Let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of birds
There's
out
a
there.
ton of birds out in West Texas right now. Some places better than others, but still a ton of birds out there. And it was a good hunt, a good couple hunts.
Really?
Yeah, I'll say that. Started out just dove hunting. The first morning I got there, guys were killing dove, and I was like, oh, it feels good to be back,
Oh, yeah.
I was drinking my coffee. Like, there's just something about being outdoors when the sun's coming up.
Drinking coffee.
Yeah, drinking your coffee.
Hanging out with your buds.
Talking with
That's what it's all about.
some guys, yeah, and then hunting the rest of the crew. And it was awesome.
Tell us about it.
It was awesome.
Come
on. Come on now. I like it. But it was an awesome experience.
Yeah.
It's weird getting back.
I know.
I took the whole year off.
Yeah.
And hadn't done any hunting. But
Guiding.
Yes.
Guiding hunts.
Yes.
We did a little hunting. We did a little turkey hunting, a little goose hunting. But back to the dove hunting, you're doing some guiding.
Yep. And that was what my mind was set on when going up there. I went up there Thursday, and I came back home on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So there was a couple of days. Thursday, I really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I got there too late.
Yeah.
Jumping into Friday morning, man, woke up, got me a cup of coffee, went out there, and I was back at it. And I was like, it just feels good to be back. It feels good to be able to see birds.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about, getting out there early in the morning.
Right.
Seeing birds, drinking some coffee, hanging out with your buddies, your clients, whatever.
There it is. A crazy thing happened on that first day I was back. I was walking to client, checking on him, making sure everything was good.
Yeah.
Dude, I had this cooled up rattler just buzzing at me.
Ooh.
And I was like, whoa, dude, I jumped up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I ain't going near that right there, okay? The flagging this, I waved my hand, told the guys, hey, snake right here, watch it. I'm out. I'm leaving.
That's when you bring out the shotgun and blow his head off
Hey.
and say, hey, I got me a rattlesnake. Put him in the back of the truck, and we're gonna eat him tonight.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that.
I know. I
It
told
was
you.
in the picture. It was in the picture. They brought them.
You cooked them?
No, they took 2 of them though and
Yeah.
put them underneath the picture, the pile picture.
Oh, nice.
And then I think one guy took them because they were in a Ziploc baggie too.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I told you to
I'm
bring them
pretty sure-
home, and I was gonna
know.
skin them out, and we could use them for our backdrop when we start videoing this podcast.
Dude, I'm so ready for that.
But if you go back, West Texas is loaded with them suckers.
I know.
Or we can go down to Bobby's.
Unfortunately,
We can
yeah.
go down to Bobby's and get some, because he's
Well,
got a
you
bunch of
find
rattlesnakes
some there too. I don't want to search for them. They find me. You know what
I
I'm
know.
saying? I ain't searching for them.
Yeah. So what'd you do? Did you blow his head off, or did you just leave him there?
So I walked back. I was telling a client about it down the road there, or I say road down the way, whatever.
Yeah.
And the Joker says, "Hey man, we ain't got none of them. I want to go shoot him." I'm like, no, it's okay. Like,
Yeah.
good. I didn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
He's like, what? I'm like, I didn't tell you nothing. No, he's like, I really want to shoot him. So, dude, I took him down there and we went and shot a snake.
Yeah.
That's when Ryan showed up. He's another guy at the Outfitters. And he walked over. He's like, "You got any gasoline in your truck?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Go get it." Dude, went and got it, poured gas down this hole.
Yeah.
Dude, all these rattlers started coming up. We ended up killing 17 rattlesnakes that day.
Dang. In that little hole?
In that little
Was
hole.
it like a just a hole in the ground, or was it like some
Yeah.
rocks or what?
4-inch diameter hole.
Dang.
It's like a huge crawdad hole, basically. You know what I'm saying?
But it was
just
like
yeah, where an old pipe might have been or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like a hole. And it was crazy. I did not expect that many snakes to pour out. And keep in mind, too,
When you told me there was 17, you killed 17 rattlesnakes, I was like, no, you're just kidding. You kill a few of them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
one or two. And you're like, no, I killed 17.
I sent Nelson a video of all the little dead ones there. But, man, keep in mind, they weren't but like 9 inches long.
Oh.
But you informed me that they're still very, very poisonous.
Oh, yeah. The
Go ahead
smaller
and tell 'em
ones are
about that real
worse.
quick. Yeah.
The smaller ones, they're not more poisonous, but they don't know how to control their venom.
There
So,
it is.
like, a smaller snake will just pump you full of venom.
Yeah.
And, like, a bigger one, it might just bite, and then they know how to control it better for whatever. That's what I've always been told.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. I don't
But a
mess with them.
rattlesnake's a rattlesnake. You blow his head off. Now, here in Northeast Texas, little backstory on some rattlesnakes. We have a bunch of timber rattles, but they're actually protected, so you're not actually supposed to kill them. But now West Texas, you got diamondbacks, and diamondbacks, they're not regulated, and there's tons of them. Like you said, there's 17 of them in one
Man,
hole.
Like I said, I
So-
didn't know that there was going to be that many. I was expecting maybe one to come out.
They just start
if
like
any.
run, like slithering out fast.
No,
or-
it was like because we poured a lot of gas in there, and you're supposed to pour just a tad,
Yeah.
and the fumes is supposed to basically suffocate them, which forces them out.
Yeah.
But we poured a lot in there. I didn't want to have to mess with. No one did.
Yeah.
Besides the guy shooting, and as I'm going to get, they wanted me to get a piece of rebar so they could touch them and move them around and stab some in the
Yeah.
little hole. And I was like, dude, I rounded the corner. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, holy cow. I was like, it's either Dove coming over or there's more snakes pouring out that hole. Dude, it was freaking snakes.
Well, if you think about it, you kind of did a good thing because you're working for a guide service.
Yeah.
So you have clients out there, and the clients don't need to be getting bit by snakes.
no
And if you got that
dogs,
many
bro.
snakes in one little spot, that kind of comes. That's kind of like a problem.
Yep.
Like you don't. I mean, yeah, you're in West Texas, so you need to be wearing snake boots. It's like your protection. You might want to tell your clients to bring snake boots or chaps or some kind of.
all of them know. They seem
Nobody
to know
did.
at least. Everyone has the chaps on.
Okay, good.
Or some type of snake boot.
Yeah,
But
but you,
Yeah, but me. But now, hey, no, keep in mind, I have my water boots there.
that don't matter. Some of them, I take that back. Some of them,
The
snakes
rubber
can't
ones?
get through. Some of them, they can get through. Some of them can't. Like neoprene.
Yeah.
Neoprene, you can just poke right through that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, like a hard rubber boot, you might have a better chance of not, those little rubber boots, like say you're working concrete or whatever, something
Oh.
like that. Now
Oh,
that's hard
okay.
rubber. I don't know if a snake will go through that. They could not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't take my.
You don't- yeah,
don't
you don't
take
wanna
my
risk
advice
it
for
either,
Get some snake boots, buddy.
Yeah. Or the chaps too that you can throw around that boot or above it, whatever. But
Yeah.
they're 17-inch boots, so
Oh, yeah.
really don't got an issue unless he gets me good.
I know.
Maybe won't let go. I don't know. Don't ever want to find out either.
I don't
so
either.
maybe before I come back or go back, I'll go buy me some.
Yeah,
Invest
probably
in them.
smart.
You just don't want to spend the money unless you have to, and
Exactly.
finances change. Meaning like the things that you used to want to buy when
Yeah.
you're making the money now, you're like, I could
Snake
wait on
boots
that.
is kind of like a must when you're out there in West Texas.
Yeah, you're
especially
right.
guiding during dove season and early chill season. You gotta worry about those.
I didn't really worry about it when I had my waders on because they're so thick. And I actually had I was wearing the banded waders on that hunt, which I'll get to in a second. No, they didn't.
Yours didn't leak?
Because, man,
Mine did.
plies, man, they're like 2 foot. You know what I'm saying? So
you're right.
You're not like, you will cut them.
Yeah.
But the good thing about these banded waders, and dude, honestly, I'm a big Sitka firm believer, whatever. Go spend your $1,500 or $1,000 on those waders. Great lifetime warranty. Don't get me wrong. Awesome purchase. But the banded waders, for however much they are, the boot is super comfortable.
It is.
And they have the baggy material over it.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that you can like bring them up or do anything like with the pant leg, but let's say a snake was in there in September. I wasn't super hot. It was like 60 degrees, and because it's cooler down there.
Yeah,
for the most part. And if I would have got bit, I don't think nothing would have penetrated it. In other words,
you hope.
So
you're wearing your waders. Why are you wearing waders out in West Texas? You doing a little teal hunting?
Yeah, so
doing a little teal hunting without me?
Teal hunting? Oh man, don't go there. No. Hey, but we dove hunted for the first 2 mornings I was there, and then last morning Sunday, the 2 13-year-old kids and then two dads. They play travel ball together. So the dad said, "Hey, let's take a trip." That's what they did.
All right,
dude. They wanted to teal hunt. They've never teal hunted, and I was like, "Oh man." I was like, if my boss says yes, it's a green light, we're going.
So teal season just opened. It opened down there early.
Yes,
earlier than here.
Right. It opened this past weekend up there.
Nice
for them. Yeah,
at the same time. I don't know what time it. Anyways, so y'all went teal hunting.
Yes, and we got out there, man. And my boss had said to him, "Man, hey, go down there, take them to the spot, hunt for 45 minutes, and come back." And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, why did he just tell, a client that we're only going to hunt for 45? I mean, to hear that, to see it and experience, it's one thing, but to hear it, and especially not being a duck hunter.
Was he saying it like you're about to limit out really quick, or like you're only going to hunt for 45 minutes, we got to go?
I took it as, hey, it's only going to be good for 45 minutes.
Oh,
so
okay.
Birds in the area that are coming in, it's going to be the first 45 minutes, and then after that, you're done.
I got you.
But even hearing that as a beginner hunter or not really knowing anything about duck hunting, he's either thinking, oh, man, this is going to be good, or it's like, this is probably going to be the worst hunt of my life. 45 minutes, and I'm paying this guy this much to hunt? So it's just, as a customer there, I was just looking at his point of view.
I got you.
Dude, we went out there. And I've never seen so many guys excited to be out in the water. Well, I say in the water, but, by the water shooting teal. Man, we killed 29 birds that morning.
Wow.
One of the 13-year-old boys, man, I had teal coming in. I said, take that bird. Dude, raised up and shot, and it fully expanded. The teal went from like 12 inches in length to 24, okay?
He blew him up.
And shot him backwards. It made the bird actually stop flying, expand, and be pushed backwards.
Dang.
It was crazy. And to see all that stuff right there, that's what it's all about. To see them high-fiving, hoorahing, that's what I enjoy
Didn't
about.
you say that was their first duck hunt?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I bet they're hooked for life.
Man, and that's the sad thing. They're going to go back home, and it might not be as good, but at least they're fired up, too.
So they got spoiled on their first hunt. But at least it set that fire, and it'll make them want to go after the birds more often.
Dude, it was...
That's what happened to me.
Exactly.
One little duck hunt set the fire, and now I'm broker than a goat.
I'm broker than a goat. I like it.
I don't know what else rhymed with it, but okay.
Hey, there it is. He's trying to rap, ladies and gentlemen.
Put that beat behind me.
There you go. But yeah, they were shooting so much out there, man. They were asking for shells, and I was like, okay, wait a minute. Like, we're getting into my shells now.
Yeah.
This is a different story, okay? Don't be using my shell. Because they had bought 2 from
that's when you give them like
the night before.
That's when you give them some BB shot, and there's a little bit less.
Dude, I gave them all my 3.5s.
A lot less pellets in there, so they might be missing.
No, I gave them 3.5s, and they were shooting in little dove stools.
Yeah.
Next to all these tumbleweeds that we had next to the pot, bro. They were shooting, and this is a big dude.
Yeah.
You can see my Instagram picture. I have it on my page there. You can kind of.
We'll have a link in the description of your Instagram, so people can go check his stuff out.
I'm not meaning that in a disrespectful way either. He's just a heavy set guy. But bro, he shot that 3.5, and his shoulder. I saw him rock his body.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, he kind of ended that one.
He's got it.
He's like, man. He's like holding it, rubbing his shoulder. He said, I could tell that one is a 3.5, and I was like, you bet. Hey, but dude, we ended up shooting. We shot our limit and ended up losing a bird. So we totaled 29, and they had an incredible time. and I did as well. So
That's awesome.
Headed back out soon after, and on that drive home, I was like, man, I really want to teal hunt again.
Yeah.
Just because it
I wish
is
we could
exciting.
I wish we could get in some teal here or some dove, but they're just not here in Northeast Texas right now. In our area, there's just not very many birds. Now, I will say, next week, cool front's blowing in. The high's going to be 80 and the low's 52 degrees.
Dude, that's awesome.
So it's going to be money. Getting ready for
bags.
deer season. Fall weather's coming in.
Dude, can't
Hopefully
wait.
bring some teal and some dove. 'Cause I went out dove hunting out here in the field, and we got a wheat field that's been cut this summer. And there was a bunch of dove when they cut it, and now that's kind of starting to grow back up after they plowed it all the wheat stubble under. And now there's kind of sprouting a little bit. Nothing. Not a dove in sight.
Dang.
And it got hot. But now that cool front's blowing in, hopefully it pushes a wave of birds in.
At least some ducks, man.
Some
At
ducks.
least.
I know. But usually you don't get good till like November, December when
When
usually
it actually opens.
after the first split,
Yeah.
or I guess there's only one split. After the split of duck season, it's usually when it gets really good for me, at least in
Yeah.
my spots. Now, if you have cornfields and all this stuff that are flooded, some really cool stuff, I don't have that. I got a
Yeah.
little duck slough in the woods, and
Hey, I know.
shoot some birds on it.
Before don't talk down on it.
I'm
that
not talking
slough
down
is
on it.
awesome.
I like it because it's a small hole, and the birds, when they come in, they just cup up and they just lock right in. And
Right
it's just
over
a
the
beautiful
treetops.
sight. And usually like all mallards, so it's like the best ones they eat.
Mm-hmm.
And for this year, we're gonna throw some on the Traeger. Woo boy!
I'm excited.
Might even take it down there. No, we can't take it down there because it's electric. We can bring a generator.
I'm
We
down.
can be in the blind.
Borrow the
with
one from
Traeger
work.
smoking.
Can you imagine? Hey, I'm down 100%.
I know.
Test me. We'll throw fresh birds on that grill.
Yeah. I will. You should
Video?
I know. Make a
Yep.
video. Well, I'm glad you had a good hunt. That was awesome. I wish I could have been down there with you.
Dude.
You asked me to come down. I just couldn't get off work. I just couldn't get down there. We're building a house right now, so there's a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know how bad I want to be down there. You sent me that picture. I saw your Instagram of
Yeah.
all those teal. I was like, man, that looks awesome. I wish I was there. I got the itch, boy.
Yeah.
But,
You should have came, but hey, maybe next time we'll see. Nelson hunted with me a couple years ago out there.
I think it was like 2019, 2020. I think it was last year. No, was it? It might have
No, it
been.
was a year before.
Year
last.
before last.
Year before last.
Yeah.
And he came down there, and we had an incredible duck
Oh,
hunt.
that was awesome. I had a blast.
This spot was, and I had been scouting it too, man.
Yeah.
It held some birds.
Mhm.
Like I'm talking, it was sectioned up, and the road that was flooded.
Mm-hmm.
There was a fence line there. You could barely see the barbed wire. So
Yeah.
that whole road that separates the two fields.
I know it.
Ended up having them,
Yeah.
loaded down with birds. Nelson shows up. We
Yeah.
ended up shooting a 2-man limit. Our mallard hen ended up walking away or something. It was crazy. He just disappeared, or she
I
disappeared.
remember that. Well, there's a bunch of like tumbleweeds, and they can hide. Like they can dive
Oh,
inside
yeah.
that stuff and just like disappear. But that was a fun time.
It was
We
a good
shot
time.
ducks in the morning, and then we went pheasant hunting in the evenings. Man, that's
Hey,
the first
we
time
got some pheasant hunt videos of that right there.
I know.
I've got
We'll
one
put a
on my
link in the
page too.
Yeah. That was
And
fun.
then I think
I enjoyed that. The problem is, okay, best tip I can give y'all for pheasant
Let 'em
hunting:
know.
don't go out there with a full choke
Oh,
and
gosh.
still shot, because the pheasant, you need
Nelson
like
was blowing them up out there.
you just take your choke out, throw it away, because you don't need nothing. They're like
Dang.
right there in your face.
yeah.
And then you don't want. I don't know if you don't have to have steel because it's an upland bird, so you
Right.
can use lead.
Bird shot.
So you probably need like 9 shot. So they're right there in your face, and I was blowing them up.
Yeah, man, and some hunters like bringing 410, like single shot
Oh,
guns.
yeah.
I'm not saying I recommend a single shot,
Mhm.
but even the over and unders, like a good little over and under that's a
Oh, yeah.
410, man, that's a good gun right there.
For sure.
28 gauge.
Yeah, well, you don't mess up the bird. You just kind of.
Yeah,
But and they're close shots. That was a blast.
It
I want to
was
go
a good
back.
time. It was a good time. Thankfully, you're able to do it like one combo hunt total, and then
Yep.
what you left that next morning.
I think we did 2 duck hunts. We hunted 2 mornings for ducks, and then we pheasant hunted that evening, and then I left because
Oh.
it was like a weekend deal, and it's like the last day of the season.
Yeah.
I think the last weekend. But yeah, I had a great time.
Dude, that's awesome too.
I know.
Anytime your friend gets to come bird camp,
Yeah.
it's always going to be a good time.
For
Hopefully, at least
Well, hopefully we can
try
share.
to get you on some more birds.
I know. Hopefully we can share some more hunts this year. Deer season's coming around the corner, and maybe we can get up in the tree and film each other hunt, shoot some
Hey,
deer,
I'm down for that
slock
too.
some does, get that big buck. Hey, the hogs are bad. We need to get out there and start slaying some hogs.
Dude, I'd be down for that too.
I know.
I've never killed a hog with my bow.
Dude, it's addicting.
Never have.
I'm telling you,
I've missed, but I've never have.
I get more shook up from hogs. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's what
Maybe
you said.
because I don't know. I've shot so many deer. I'm not trying to brag, but I've shot a lot of deer, but the hogs just.
Yeah.
I shot
Fire
a lot
you
of
up.
hogs too. I've shot a lot of hogs. Think about it. With a
Maybe,
gun.
maybe it's the bow. Like,
Maybe it's the
seriously,
bow.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it's just, I don't know. Getting up in that tree. I'm ready, boy.
Dude,
I'm ready.
I want to get me.
I'm ready, boy.
I want to get me a saddle stand so I can get that.
Dude.
I'll be ready to go
That
anytime.
saddle's game changer.
I know, and I'm missing out right now. I need to go buy me one.
Got to get you one.
You need to send me a link, is what you need to do, and you need to put a link down below.
All right, I'll put a link
Give 'em-
down below.
Give
to
them
the,
a link. I had a buddy
to
of
the
mine.
saddle that I got, and I enjoy it. It's a Latitude Outdoors saddle. It's a Method 2. It's a 2-piece saddle or 2-panel saddle. I love it. But let's not talk about the saddle right now. Maybe we'll jump into the next podcast because our last saddle hunting podcast was like our best one we've had. We've had a lot of downloads. Thank y'all so much for listening to those.
Yes, we appreciate that.
Yeah, and all
Sure.
y'all's all the feedback we've been getting, it's crazy. Everybody's saying, y'all got so much good information. Just keep it coming.
Keep it
I'm
coming.
like, oh, let's go. The
I
Outdoor
like
Talk
it.
Podcast.
Yes, sir.
So I guess let's wrap it up.
Tips, tricks,
Tips, tricks.
the great outdoors.
Cooking. What'd you call it? What'd you say earlier?
I don't know what you're referencing.
You're about OnlyPans.
Oh, OnlyPans. Yeah.
OnlyPans with Outdoor Talk Podcast.
Oh man.
Make some side cash.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Flipping some burgers and killing the griller.
No, flipping some burgers. No, that doesn't rhyme.
I can't rap.
I don't need a rap either.
So anyway,
Yeah.
thank y'all for listening to this podcast. Thank y'all for listening to this podcast. Please leave us a review on iTunes and subscribe wherever you listen to these podcasts. YouTube. Here in the future, we're gonna have video podcasts, so be on the lookout for that. Got any wise words for the audience?
Try not to kill 17 rattlers in one day.
Yeah, just stay away from rattlesnakes.
Stay away from rattlesnakes.
Right.
I appreciate y'all liking everything, giving us this awesome feedback as well, and I'm super pumped for what's coming this season. So y'all stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
There it is.
See you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.